we're fighting for Zay. We're fighting for Zay because she's strong. She's fighting. She's fighting right now, although she has a lot of injuries, a lot of injuries. But she's going to push through. We believe that.
Alizé's mother and sister haven't left her side at Kern Medical since she was shot.
She's a warrior. She's a fighter. She's not involved in any kind of gangs and drugs and any of that. She's just, a beautiful young lady.
We believe they could have been followed because she got ambushed. The people that did this didn't do it randomly. They had to know something.
The family tells me Weber is a hard-working and responsible young woman who has a large family support system. Alizé's family is asking for someone to come forward and help them find who shot Alizé.
I would really hope that someone would come forth because Bakersfield is small, so I think it's inevitable that someone knows something. And it's only right to tell because now a life is lost too. It's not only my sisters fighting for her life, someone lost their life.
Go down. But they can make it thick, straw. If they make it thick,
I'm so lazy. It's 5 o'clock.
They can make anything thick.
And I'm still right here.
Make my booty thick.
Where are you supposed to go?
Make your booty thick.
I'm just fucking hot, dude.
Twerk team. Hey. The twerk team. Hey, get it.
So I'll probably,
Jasmine, hand me that popcorn. Jasmine.
I have no part.
I wish I had a towel so I could throw it at you.
You got that napkin?
You gonna throw a towel at her?
Jasmine.
She throwing paper towels and stuff. Jasmine, give me the popcorn. Y'all playing. Y'all supposed to be here for
Say you couldn't even swallow a banana.
I swear, it went down, my girl.
But you said a popcorn. That's why you need the soda to swallow it down.
It looks a little bit loose.
Amori. Outside.
So your left foot feels okay? Yeah, it feels okay. Okay.
One of those nice wide steps.
Straight, just straight.
Remember, you gotta catch your own balance, eh? Try that. There we go. Look straight up. You got it. Okay, girl. She ready to run.
All right. Let's go ahead and stop. Catch your balance. Good. Let's turn towards Janine. Turn around. Turn. Okay. And let's go towards your chair. My head is turning to yours.
Okay, stop then.
Get her.
Hey everybody, I'm back. I know it's been a minute. I've made several videos and my story is just so long with so many details. So I'm trying to figure out how I could give everything to you guys in like a series sort of. I'm just gonna give you, this is gonna be a quick video. I'm gonna run through a few things. So everyone may not know, I'm just gonna go through my rehab in this video. And everyone may not know, up until the last hospital I was in, which is in Vallejo, when I was doing my rehab, that's when I found out that Mikey died. So this whole time I was in the hospital trying to get better on life support. I didn't know that he was dead. I didn't know the whole situation from beginning to end. I didn't know what was going on. So my family came to an agreement and said, we're not going to tell her what happened to him because of the state I was in. I was on life support. I could have gave up. Anything could have happened. So they didn't tell me, and my whole family was in it. And so that's the agreement they came to. They said, we're not going to tell her until she's able to talk and walk, which was when I started rehab. And I was confused. I didn't want to believe it, of course. I was just like, no, like that can't be. Like it was just too much. It just didn't make any sense to me. So they told me he died once I started talking and once I started to walk, and they seen that I was getting better and I was going to be able to get out the hospital. So I went into rehab, and I was in there for about 3 weeks. I had to learn how to walk again, how to talk again, how to eat. So I had, and it was like an 8 to 5 every day type of thing. It was like a job at this rehab center. And so I had speech therapy, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. Speech therapy, of course, taught me how to talk, how to swallow. Physical, of course, walk and, use my arms, strength and things like that. Occupational was more of a self-care. I had to learn how to tie my shoes because 2 of my fingers aren't as mobile as the rest of them. So this one, I can't bend this finger because the bullet went straight through this knuckle. This knuckle's gone. So the bones fused together. So now it's straight forever. And so when these bend, this one can't. And so this knuckle is damaged as well as my right index knuckle right here. So I can't really ball up a full fist. I don't have no knuckle. You can't really see anything right here. So these 2 fingers are damaged. Hey. And so I had to learn, I can't really open like water bottles and things like that. Now I know how to like go around things and sort of like manage things myself because I'm not always going to have people around me. So I always say I have 8 fingers. I really have 10, but there's 8 that really, that's able to function fully. So, of course, I have, pains and things like that. I got shot on the right side of my head, which, kind of functions the left side of my body, which is numb permanently. So it's numb. Of course, it tingles, it burns, it has all those feelings and sensations and pains. And that's not going to get better. I'm just numb on my left side, so I don't have any feeling really. I have to wear like certain shoes. I can't wear like flip-flops because my foot can't feel that there's a shoe there. And also the nerve and the muscle that the bullet damaged, it causes nausea. So I'm like nauseous every day, and I take peppermints for that. Peppermints really do help. And so I take that peppermints for my anxieties and for when I'm nauseous. And I just feel nauseous daily. And I don't throw up. I haven't thrown up in 2 years. I don't throw up, can't throw up. I just feel that way, and it's probably because anxieties or whatever else my body's feeling. So I take peppermints for that. No medication over the counter really helps any of my pain levels. So it's pointless to take them. I've tried everything. The doctors had me on everything, but once they gave it to me in pill form, it stopped working, of course, because through the IV is the only thing that helped, of course, because it's straight into the bloodstream. They had me on Percocets, Dilaudid, morphine, Norcos, Robuxin. So like 3 different muscle relaxers, like 3 painkillers. It was just a lot, but it was feeling good through that IV. Started taking the pill, didn't work. I was mad about it. So 2 of my injuries right here. But I still can, do everything, type, drive, things like that. And this finger does get in the way sometimes. Like I might like jam it, like if I'm walking somewhere or try to open the door or anything. So it's in the way like all the time. This one just gets really, really sore. And of course I have headaches all the time. So the entry wound right here. So I'm still kind of swollen. You really can't see it much because of my hair. But I'm just swollen just a little bit still on the side. And so the exit wound and the entrance, it throbs like every so often. and it's a different feel from a headache. So there's nothing that I can do about that throb pain, but the headache pain, I manage it. Like it's like whatever to me. Sometimes I drink soda, like caffeine helps with my headaches. But yeah, I'm good. And my neuro told me to go back to physical therapy last week. So now I'm back in physical therapy because my left side, the damaged nerves, it started making my foot kind of like do a little swing. So when I walk, like my foot would swing. And so I had fell at work, but I can't control, my foot to kind of like keep straight and walk straight because those nerves are damaged. So I can't sit there and be like, come on, move. So it'll hurt trying to correct my walk as I'm walking throughout the day because I really can't control those damaged nerves. It just, works when it wants to work type of thing. So I have now a cane that helps me with my balance. It works. I don't have to use it all the time, but if I'm doing something, walking like long distance or anything like that, then I'll use it. I have a brace as well to correct my ankle and my heel, the heel of my foot. That's temporary as well. So I have a lot of things that could help me get better. So I'm back in physical therapy to help my balancing in this left leg here. That's kind of not going to get better, but I'm back in physical therapy 2 years later because new things come up, of course, because nerves aren't getting better. It takes a while for nerves to get better. It's really, really slow is what the doctor said. And my eye is the same. I'm not going to have surgery to lift my eyelid because that's pointless. I don't want dry eye because it won't shut all the way. Like it just doesn't now. And so, yeah, my eyes, like I don't see the same thing at the same time. And then my right eye sees like double and it's blurry. So this eye was the one that was supposed to be blind, was what they said in the beginning from everything. But I'm here, I'm back, I can see. I don't need glasses, but glasses will improve. So I'm still waiting on that, waiting on my glasses to come in. Yes, so I sort of started late grieving about Mikey and my whole situation because I didn't know nothing. And then the detectives had to tell me that he died because they found out I was getting better. So they drove down to my hospital in Vallejo and was like, who is this? Who is this? All these pictures. And I was like, yo, what? And so my mom and family told me, and I still didn't want to believe it, from the detective telling me, from my parents telling me. I was like, what? No, that's not, no, I'm like, nah, he's, I don't know what I thought where he was, but I just didn't want to believe that he was gone. It was just like, whoa, like, no, that doesn't make any sense because we wasn't doing nothing wrong. But so I started grieving sort of late. All of the complications and injuries I sort of mentioned, that's not going to change. That's going to stay there for life. And then I have screws in my shoulder. I got a plate in my arm, and that's going to stay in there. That's holding my arm in place. So they're not going to take it out. I'm learning how to, of course, like manage it and deal with it. Sometimes my tissue rips and tears inside here and there. I'm used to the pain, so it's not too bad. I've felt worse pains in certain areas of my body, so I'm just like, oh, I gotta deal with it. I sometimes take Tylenol arthritis to help with some of my headaches or like minor pains in my body, and it knocks off like a little bit, but I'll be good. I'm good. But yes, I just wanted to come back and let you guys know just a few more things. And I'm going to put up another video later because there is a lot of details. There's more things that I want you guys to know. And then I also will be making a video with my brother or dad. But my family, this situation and this conversation and my incident is really, really sensitive to my family. So I know it's hard for some people to just talk about it or just to make themselves think about like how they felt when everything happened, because it's really tough. But me, I felt the pain, but it's different from somebody walking in the room and seeing their loved one almost dead and fighting for their life. So some of my family members, it kind of sits with them weird. It don't sit with them real well. So it's taken a minute for my mom to come in a video and things like that, and my dad and my brother, because it was just sickening to them. So it's going to take a minute for some of my family members. Some care, but it's easier for them to talk about. Some are more sensitive about the situation, but I will be putting more videos up soon. Thank you guys so much. And if you have any questions, just ask me. I'll respond. I don't mind the questions. And if it is a lot of questions, I'll just make a video answering your guys' questions. But thank you so much for watching.